Once upon a quiet time, when the moon was just beginning to rise and the stars were peeking out from behind the clouds, in a forest far away and soft with moss and murmurs, lived a very small fox named Finn. Finn was not like the other foxes. He wasn't quick or clever or loud. He liked slow walks, warm blankets, and soft songs sung by the wind. Every night, while the world grew still and the sky turned sleepy, Finn would curl up by a tree stump just outside his den and listen. Because in this forest, when the stars came out and the leaves stopped rustling, the trees whispered. They whispered old stories, lullabies carried on breezes, and sometimes, dreams. Finn padded softly over the moss, his tiny paws making barely a sound. The sun had dipped behind the hills, casting golden shadows through the tall trees. The air was cool and smelled like pine and petals. A tiny bell chimed in the distance, not from a house or a clock, but from a sleepy bluebird who jingled when he flew. His feathers were tinted with twilight, and his song sounded like yawns wrapped in notes. "Good evening, Finn," the bird said with a stretch. "The dreaming hour is almost here." Finn smiled with his eyes. "I know. I'm going to find a new story tonight." "Be careful not to stay out too late," chirped the bluebird. "The forest gets very quiet when it dreams." "I like it that way," said Finn, and he padded on. As Finn wandered deeper into the woods, fireflies lit the path like floating lanterns. One buzzed beside his ear and whispered, "The dream tree is blooming tonight." Finn's ears perked up. The dream tree was a very old tree, hidden deep where only the softest paws and kindest hearts could go. It bloomed not with flowers, but with dreams, soft, shimmering petals that opened to show tiny scenes, little worlds made of wonder. Finn had only heard stories. But tonight, maybe he'd see it. As he walked, he passed sleepy friends, a hedgehog named Tula, who was already snoring softly under a patch of clover. An owl who blinked one eye, then the other, then both, and nodded off again. A snail wearing a cozy knitted hat, who waved slowly and whispered, "May the dreams find you." Finn wished them good night and tiptoed quietly so their dreams wouldn't spill. He climbed a little hill, then another, and came to a clearing filled with soft blue mist. The stars above twinkled like lullabies, and the wind hummed a tune that even the clouds paused to listen to. In the center stood the dream tree. It was silver, though not like metal, more like moonlight caught in bark. Its branches stretched wide, but not heavy. They drifted, like they were dreaming, too. And from its limbs hummed the dreams. Some looked like tiny bubbles. Others like folded flowers. One looked like a paper boat floating in midair. Finn sat beneath it, quiet as a whisper. A petal unfolded near his nose. Inside, he saw himself, flying. He blinked. Suddenly, he wasn't under the tree anymore. He was soaring, floating through the clouds on a soft feathered breeze, his paws tucked under him like a sleepy bird. He passed floating sheep made of marshmallow clouds. He waved at a sleepy moon who tipped his hat. And just ahead, a bridge made of starlight stretched toward a little door in the sky. He padded across. Inside was a room full of yawns. They floated in bubbles, waiting for someone to catch them. Finn giggled softly. A big yawn popped, and he caught it. His eyes grew heavy. As he drifted, a group of rabbits in pajamas hopped past on clouds, one carrying a music box, another holding a cup of warm milk made of moonlight. They offered Finn a blanket stitched from the sky. "You'll want this for the dream's end," they whispered, snuggling beside him. Together, they floated through more dream scenes, a sleepy lion singing lullabies to butterflies, a turtle reading bedtime stories beneath a waterfall, a squirrel gently brushing a rainbow to sleep, each scene quieter than the last. Finn's eyes closed. Just a little. A breeze, as soft as a sigh, carried Finn back through the sky. The dream folded like a petal, and he was once again beneath the dream tree. Only now, it was gently snowing soft silver leaves. The forest was silent. Not empty, just still. Finn curled up in the moss under one of the dreaming branches. And the tree, softly, wrapped a branch around him like a hug. The last thing he heard was a whisper, "Little dreamer, sleep now. The forest is watching over you." And Finn did. He dreamed of soft clouds, glowing moons, and laughter that sounded like leaves.